Okay, so I'm gonna do a pick a card reading, and I'm gonna do a masculine one and a feminine one. One for people who identify more with masculine energy, and one for people that identify more with feminine energy. I did that before. I did a masculine reading before. It was real interesting. Like the energy was completely different. It was had a lot of drama in it. And I never posted it on my YouTube, but it is on my podcast. So if I could find it, I will link it in the description so you go check it out. So, but I've been I'm in the mood to do picking cards right now. I guess because I'm not doing personal readings right now. And so yeah, I want to do some pick a cards. I wasn't sure on the topic. I couldn't decide on one, so I'm just gonna do a free flow, whatever you need to hear right now, what needs to be brought to your awareness right now, and that could be anything. So let's get into it. All right, group one. So this is your pick a card reading. I'm just gonna ask messages that you need to hear right now, anything that you need to be brought to your awareness, something that you need to pay attention to, something that you need to heal from. So we don't know what we're gonna get. That's the fun of it. If you hear noise in the background, it's my dryer. I'm sorry about it. It should be done soon though. Hopefully it's not too loud. Alright, so let me get you pull some cards and then come back. Alright, group one. So it's starting out pretty good. It seemed like you're in a space right now that you finding out who you truly are and how you want to express yourself, how you want to present yourself to the world. It's a very spiritual experience for you. It could be taking you out of your comfort zone. I do feel like you're very self-conscious, and that can sometimes hinder you. You also very mental, like you think a lot, you put yourself through a lot of self-satisfying mental challenges. But in the process of you doing that, you finding out a lot about yourself. It's like you getting to know yourself a lot better than what you used to on a deeper level. And you very resistant to anybody telling you to be anything other than yourself. Like it's very important to you right now to be yourself. My bad, y'all. At least it's done. I told you it was almost through. Okay, so hmm. But with all of this realization, some of it is about your shadows, some things that you need to work on, some things that you might be a little embarrassed about, or you feel like they are traits that you need to try to get rid of. So it's a double-edged sword. On one side, it's good for your growth, but on the other side, it can make you feel very critical of yourself. Also, you might find yourself in a position where you are breaking promises. You're not holding up old contracts that no longer suits you. You might be burning bridges, you might be um losing friends because you're going through a major change and it's a lot in your environment that is being cleaned up. Um, just be worried about not becoming too selfish. Like it's okay to be a little selfish, but don't do it to it until it become a detriment to you. Because I'm also feeling like you you feeling very determined, like you're gonna make it no matter what, even if it takes hurting people that you really care about. So be careful of that. Be careful of that energy. You do have some big plans, like for the future. I feeling like you starting to feel your purpose and you're really excited about it. And you in the energy that you're gonna go after your dreams no matter what. Yeah, mostly just make sure you don't hurt anybody, but go ahead and go after your dreams. You feel very motivated right now, and I feel like you should act on that energy while you feeling it because right now you feeling inspired. You may also feel like you have like a lot of energy, like you need to do something physical, like you need to go dance or go on a hike or something like that. You feel like you need to move around, do that too. Go with the flow of your spirit. Just go with the flow, but make sure that you're not hurting the people that you care about. Because I feel like right now you're so focused on yourself that you have tunnel vision and you can't really see anybody else and you can't really see when you hurting others' feelings or making them feel left out. There are some people that they could feel like abandoned by you right now. And it's not your duty to cater to them, but you could let them know, like, right now I'm just busy. I don't have nothing against you, but I'm focused on something right now. And if they care about you, they will understand. All right, group one, you will be coming into some financial success. Like whatever you got in mind, whatever you planning right now, it is major and I feel like it can bring you like a lot of money, a lot of success. Right now the universe is trying to line you up with the right people. Like I feel like you lost a few people or you've been having some issues with partnerships right now. But it's all divine. It's happening for a reason because the universe is trying to show you like who is in your corner and who you need to cut loose because you about to go after something major. So you need the right people around you. And it will be successful. And I feel like it's gonna make you busy. So people who are used to you having like a lot of time to just chill and hang out, they would just have to be able to go with the flow because like you feeling really inspired right now. Like you got big plans and you about to go after them. But there are a lot of shadow traits that is coming up. Make sure that you deal with them properly. Let's get into what is these shadow traits. Alright, y'all, my bad. I took a long break, so let me come back. Let me pick back on the energy of this reading. Alright, so I left off shadow. So I pulled some cards for shadow attributes that are coming up right now. Because I noticed Mercury retrograde has been rough. It's been rough for me. So, and I'm feeling like for this group, I wouldn't say that it's necessarily been rough. It hasn't been negative. It's been kind of positive for you because whatever you processing is helping to push you forward. But you are being triggered a lot because it's things that you need to heal. So I'm feeling like some of these, I feel like it could be sex workers in this pile. Um, People who has experience doing sex work before. And it's something that you need to come in terms with. Like, think about the lessons that you learn while doing sex work because everything is for a reason. And it's something about your sexual energy that you can learn a lot from. And within your experience that you can learn a lot from, and it's going to be useful for your success. I feel like the people who select this pal are also very athletic, or you want to become athletic, like you want to exercise more, you want to get your body right, you want to feel more healthy. And then for some of you, you could be a very healthy person, but it could have you like you so used to being healthy that you're not really um keeping tabs on your body. Like you're not having doctor visits like you should. You're not keeping up with your health as you should. It's been a long time since you check your blood pressure and stuff like that. And right now is a good time to monitor your health. Like right now is a good time to make that doctor visit just to check, make sure everything is going okay. Right now you should really be taking care of your body. It don't matter how healthy you is. Like if you have breasts, make sure you check them. make sure that you're keeping tabs on everything when it comes to your health. Also, with this group, you could be wanting to do something completely different than what you used to. And you may have did sex work before, and you're afraid if you go into this new field that the sex work is gonna kind of like follow you. Don't worry about that. Like, don't even concern yourself because I feel like it's something that could make you withdraw or make you afraid to really put yourself out there. And that's something that you're working on right now. Like, whatever is hindering you and holding you back, it's like it's being deadened right now so that you can move forward. Because you have some fears with being out in the spotlight. I also feel like you could be a dreamer, you could be an idealist, you could be romantic, and you could see like the potential in everything, and you could even have like a childlike imagination, and that's something beautiful about you and something that you could utilize to help you manifest. Because you could easily picture the things that you want to manifest, the things that you want to bring into reality. And that helps the universe to create it. And I feel like during this time, Spirit is helping you reconnect to that side of you. It's a lot of it's a lot about you that you used to didn't like, but now you starting to love. Like you didn't see the benefit in it before, but now when you look at it, you feeling thankful for going through that experience. So you really starting to love yourself. You really starting to see your beauty. Sometimes your mind could be a little bit pessimistic, but you working through it. And do what you can. Sometimes it seems like you don't have the finances to do what you want to do. Take it step by step. You will get it, but you have to believe that you will get it. Don't let yourself fall into a lack mentality just because you don't have it now. Don't be one of those people who feel like your dreams are too big to succeed. Continue to dream big, and you will see things start to happen for you little bit by little bit. It takes time. It won't happen overnight, but just make sure that you enjoy the process and keep moving forward. Alright, so I'm getting some advice cards for you. What I'm seeing is that things could be postponed right now, like, but it's for a reason. So make sure that you trust in the universe that everything is going to work out how it's supposed to. The reason why things are being postponed is because you going through a transformation, you going through a rebirth, and during this process, the universe is helping you to sharpen your vision, or maybe even giving you a completely new vision that's even better. So everything is happening for a reason. Um, there are some snakes in the grass when it comes to the people around you, but that will be revealed to you during this time. Try not to let it hurt you. Try not to take it too personally, because whatever happened, it happened for a reason. It's a lesson in it that you needed to learn that will help you in the future. Spirit is also saying that you need to go with the flow right now and have trust that everything is going to work out just fine. And I also feel like Spirit is telling you to dream even bigger. Man, dream even bigger. Like, you kind of limited yourself because maybe you felt like you couldn't dream that big, but the universe is trying to get you in a space that you feel like those very big dreams that you have is possible, and it is. So right now you're being pushed to dream even bigger. You also might be feeling a little scared because you going into new territory. You being pulled out of your comfort zone, but it's okay. And Spirit is being real gentle with you. It's taking its time, making sure that you feel comfortable in this space before moving forward. So it's giving you the time that you need. Make sure that you do what you can with that time, because I feel like in the near future you're going to be very busy. So right now just kind of focus on dreaming big and doing everything step by step. Like investing a little bit in your dream, like each week, each month, each day, how whatever you could give, whatever you could give. Just make sure that you keep investing in your dreams. And that's it, Group 1. I hope you enjoy your reading and stay blessed. Hey, Group 2, this is for feminine energy, and this is your pick a card reading. So let's get right into it. So, Group 2, I feel like you're going through feelings of lack of self-worth. Um, it just seems to be very overwhelming right now. It could have been something that had just hit you out the blue. It could have had started during this Mercury retrograde, but you having a hard time seeing your self-worth right now. And I feel like it's because you may have started a lot of projects that you haven't completed yet. And you might be feeling like you have to complete one of these projects in order to feel like you're successful. Like, let's say that you going to school and you dropped out, because the degree that you're working for is not what you really want to do with your life. But Right now, you feeling like I should go back to school and finish that degree because you feel like that would give you some worth, some value. Um, you also having a hard time figuring out what you want to do with life, where you want to go. You're trying to figure out a sense of direction. Well, for one, you already worthy just by living and breathing. Like, there's nothing that you can do that make you more worthy of love or whatever because you already it. You just have to believe it. You feel the need to prove your worth by completing something or doing something. I feel like this energy is here for a purpose, but you utilizing it wrong. Like you have so much energy, you don't know where to direct it. You don't know which direction to go. And you kind of questioning yourself like should you do what makes you happy, which I'm kind of feeling like you don't know right now. You don't know what would make you happy. And you're trying to figure that out. But right now, you feel the need to complete something, to finish something, so you could at least feel like you accomplished something. You feeling the need to assimilate, you feeling the need to blend in with society and whatever their standards is, because you feel the need to feel belong. And you want to feel successful in a way that society program us to think what success is. I think it'd be very wise if you just take a step back and stop thinking about everybody else's perception of you or perception of what is success and think about what will make you happy. Because right now you just kind of stressing yourself out, overthinking things, worry about the future. Right now, I feel like you more worry about a title, like you want some type of title, you want to complete something, you want to do something big and major. And you may need to work on something new, like it might be something else that you need to work on and put your energy towards. But right now, it's like you in this energy of like you feel like you don't have time to start something new. You feel like you have to complete something from the past. You feeling that very strongly right now, that you need to complete something from the past. You might even be thinking about old lovers, lovers that you know they know good for you, but you feel like maybe they could give you what you want or something like that. Like you're putting your energy in the wrong place. I do think that you're supposed to feel like the way that you're feeling, like this ambition inside of you, but you're not directing it to the correct place. You could be feeling bored as well, like you need some type of excitement or you need some type of recognition or some type of validation outside of yourself. You could also be restless, like moving around a lot, reminiscing a lot about the past, thinking about old ideals and how you could build on it. Usually, when we start a project and we don't complete it, find out the reason why you didn't complete it. Because it could be a project that you're just not passionate about it no more. Or it could be a project that as you started it, you start to realize this is not what you want to do. And that's completely fine. That happens to everybody. You don't have to finish everything that you start. So some of the things from the past is coming back so that you can let it go. And remember why you let it go this time. Maybe you should write it down, journal it. Remember why you didn't want to do that no more. So you don't have to keep coming back to this space because I feel like every so often you come back to this space feeling like, oh, I used to have this good idea, but I never put the effort in it, yada, yada, yada. And then you start to plan on it again, and then it's kind of like wasting time because you come to the same conclusion that it's something that you didn't really want to do in the first place. Some of the feelings that you are feeling are not even yours. I feel like that you absorbing other people energy. Mm. This like similar to group 2 in the masculine reading, so you might want to check that out. Yeah, be careful with that because I feel like you are trying to please some type of emotion and it might not even be your emotion. Like I feel like it's not even your emotion. It could be the emotion of a parent or a lover or a friend or something and they projecting on you like what you should do and how you should perceive things and you want to please them, but it's making you feel really anxious, it's making you feel really restless because it's something that you really don't want to do. If you could go through this process and let go of the things that you need to let go of, you will come into a point of realization, like having like a aha moment, because there is something in awareness that spirit is trying to put you, like it's trying to push you into that awareness, but it's like you so stuck focusing on the past that you can't see it, you can't recognize it, you can't be at peace with it. So if your mind is being flooded by all these old projects that don't even matter anymore, let them go. Don't hold on to everything that comes into your mind. Like let it flow. If it's something that you really don't want to do, Like, if it's something that you feel like you have to force yourself to do it, you don't want to do it. If it's something that you want to do, you will do it anyways. You will want to. So don't force yourself to do anything that you don't want to. Let it let it pass, and then the universe will give you something new, something that you want to do. It's like already in your spirit. It's just not able to come to the surface yet because your space inside of you is too crowded. You don't have any room for this new awareness to come in. So you have a lot of stuff that you have to let go. I also feel like a lot of people are coming to you about their worries. Like, people are really dumping on you right now. Like, they coming to you and telling you all their problems. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why you're feeling so confused right now. You don't have to stop being a good listener, because I feel like you are. You're a good listener and you're an empath. But make sure you don't hold on to that energy for too long. Learn how to release it. Don't let it linger inside of you. Learn how to protect yourself from that. Just remember, after the conversation is over, it's not your problem. It's not for you to fix. It's not for you to lose sleep over. All you could do is give them good advice or just listen to them, but they are on their own personal journey. Don't try to overcommit to anybody, especially right now. It would just make you tired and weigh you down right now. Yeah, there's a lot of internal battles that you're struggling with right now. And be careful because I feel like it can easily turn into like a mental illness, like depression or anxiety. It could make you feel defeated. So you have to really take care of yourself right now. I feel like you're very vulnerable to the energy and you could be under some form of psychic attack. And it could be from people that they're not consciously aware that they are doing this to you. They're not consciously aware that they are draining you. So you have to be able to set those boundaries to protect yourself. It's also would be a good idea if you don't worry too much about accomplishing anything right now. Try to get to a place of center, a place of stillness. Like, really take this time to work on yourself, to get in tune with what you want. And make sure that you doing what you want, not what somebody else projected on you. Because you've been in this cycle before, actually a lot of time, and it's time to get out of it. It's time to come out of it. because it's time to transcend. Yeah, you need to really believe in yourself. I feel like you got really strong, powerful, intuitive energy. Like you could be very psychic. You could also be very spiritual. But you have a problem with taking on other people's energy and letting it weigh you down. You don't know how to release it or get rid of it. You don't know how to not become it. I feel like you could also have a problem with um like if you in a room with a bunch of people and you sitting next to somebody and like on the outside they look calm as hell, but internally like they pissed the fuck off. They could be pissed off because they found out that their man was cheating on them. And then you could start noticing that you starting to get pissed off and you don't even know why the fuck you pissed off. Like you just mad. So you in this person energy, you not realizing that it's not yours, it's their energy. So now you acting in a manner like you taking their internal struggles and you are externally acting it out. I feel like you find yourself in that situation a lot. So be careful. Be careful with that. I used to have that problem too. Um, and I know that it's hard. Like sometimes I try to avoid even walking into people energy, into their aura. Like if you sitting somewhere and you in a group of people and all of a suddenly you start having these really intense emotions and you don't know where they came from, try to get some alone time. Try to go to a space where there are not too many people and center yourself and then come back. Because do that before you act out. Do that before you cuss somebody out. Okay? Go take that time. Go outside. Get some fresh air. Realize, like, that's not even my emotions. And then come back to the group. You could be very young, or you could just be new to spirituality, or you could be like a young spirit. But I feel like for most of your life, you went through very intense emotions, um, psychic attacks, and for a long time, you might have been diagnosed with certain things like bipolar or anxiety or depression or PTSD or something like that. You might have been diagnosed with mental illnesses. I'm also hurting. I'm also hearing borderline personality disorder. But in reality, you just very sensitive and you like a sponge. and you just absorb the whole room, and you need time alone to recharge and to recenter yourself. Um, you a highly sensitive person. That is a term that means something. So take some time and look that up and learn how to take care of yourself. Like that needs to be your main focus right now is learning how to properly take care of yourself and set boundaries. Because you have to protect your energy. You very sensitive. Like you still learning about yourself and your sensitivity because it's a reason why you like that. You're supposed to use it to help other people, but first you have to help yourself. First you got to take care of yourself. It's really important. It really is because I feel like this energy could make you feel really chaotic inside sometimes. I'm also feeling like you could have thoughts of suicide sometimes. Um, so be careful with this energy. I mean, like you really sensitive on a whole nother level. Like I'm sensitive as well, but I feel like your energy is even more sensitive than mine's. Um it's spiritual though. Like everybody have their own intuitive gifts. I feel like you could like touch an object. It could be like something really old and you could visualize or see the whole history of it. I feel like you could do that when you walk into a space, and it's also a way that you could connect to nature, like grounding, putting your feet on bare sand, grass could be very intense for you and healing. Like your sensitivity is kind of like a antenna. Um, there, once you get into a place where you could handle even more energy, there would be energies that try to communicate through you because like you are a vessel for that. You good at it. You could tap in really easily, but you could tap in so easily that you could end up getting lost. So be careful. Like sometimes people tap into another realm and get lost. You could see these people, and I'm not saying like this would happen to you, but like people that like are in comas or something like that. That's not due to an accident. I forgot what they call them, like what they call it. Um, and when somebody like completely checks out and they turn like almost comatose, but it's not due to like a head trauma or something like that. Um, and it could be triggered by like certain drugs or something. Like they could take LSD for the first time, and it could have like your type of sensitivity get thrown into like a whole nother dimension and get lost. And they like stay in that dimension, and then they are in that dimension until this body dies, wherever they at. So, and it's different ways to get lost. Like right now, it's like you getting lost on the level of becoming other people projections of you. So it's different levels to it. I do feel like in the future you will help people to heal their inner child. You could be doing this with writing something. You might be into are really good at automatic writing, and for some reason I feel like you might even write your own religion one day. You have powerful goddess like energy. Like, hmm, hmm. Because for some reason, I felt like your energy is really young. Like maybe you haven't had a lot of lifetimes, like some of us here. But you did something in a past life that was very powerful, and you brought it over in this life. Like there could be some type of goddess or something like that, a younger one, something that was brought to our awareness not too long ago. And you could know about this goddess or deity or whatever it is and resonate strongly with it. Or it could have been like a celebrity or something like that. And that could be you. This reading is very similar to group 2 in a masculine reading. So yeah, I would definitely check that out. Because this is like your feminine side of the energy, and it seemed like that is like your masculine side of your energy. I also feel like you're gonna bring awareness from other dimensions to here. Like you have a lot to do this lifetime. So you might be pretty young in general right now, like in your 20s. I want to say like younger than 50, because whatever you at right now, you still evolving, but you gonna grow into something very powerful. That's why your energy is kind of like chaotic right now. Trust me, I understand. I understand. So, I'm gonna wrap it up right here, group two. I hope you enjoy your reading, and I believe in you, and stay blessed. Hey, group three, this is your free flow, random ass message from spirit, whatever you need to hear right now. What's been really interesting is that for feminine energy, I haven't came across any relationships, anything. It's been focused on something else. So that tells me a lot about the energy right now. People are trying to get focused. I feel like after this Mercury retrograde, a lot of people is going to start going after their goals and whatnot. It is what it is. And if you watch the other ones, group one and group two, I'm in a different energy because when I'm doing these readings, I usually like take a break in between so I don't become over exhausted. But I'm feeling good right now. Just took a shower, washed my hair. I smell good with the oils and everything. So I feel good. Alright. Oh, music. I haven't been like announcing people music, but there will be music in the comments. I mean, no, not in the comments, but in the description. Alright, so group three, what we got here? Ooh. The struggle for the meaning of life, the struggle to find your divine connection. Through the struggle, you become incredibly wise about the meaning of life. The shadow side is the fear that life has no meaning. Okay. That seems to be the common theme. Everybody is like searching for their purpose, their meaning of life, like trying to figure out why did you incarnate this time. Like people really starting to get in tune with their purpose. So, alright, so let me finish pulling these cards and then I will be right back. Alright, so I have both the Gate of Values here and the Gate of Principles. I'm using a deck that I created, but I don't have it up for sale. So maybe one day. It's based off of human design. Um, the reason I don't have it on sale because I feel like it might be a little too complicated to actually use for reading, but because I'm into human design, you know, it works for me. So I got the Gate of Values and the Gate of Principles here next to the Gate of the Game Player. So right now the universe is testing you like nobody business. It's really showing you what you value and principles that you stand on. And it's becoming concrete. I feel like you could be going through a bit of a hard time just because the universe is trying to push you into knowing yourself better, knowing your principles and your values. Not just knowing what it is, but putting you in situations where you have to utilize them. You have to stand up for them. It might not be coming out too pretty though. Like you might be getting into some type of arguments, disagreements with people that you care about just because you standing up for what you believe in. And there needs to be a balance with standing up for what you believe in, but still maintaining integrity. Don't let anybody take you out of your element. Like there could be a lot of triggers right now, people triggering you, and it's bringing out the worst in you. But it's understandable. It happens to everybody. So just forgive yourself and keep it pushing. Now, the gate of the spirit came out so many times in the feminine and the masculine reading. So it letting me know that people are getting more in tune with their spirit, like who they truly are, what they truly want in life, what truly matters to them. So there's a lot of major transformation. You are waiting on something. You're waiting on something to come through so that you could start a new beginning. But while you waiting on this, you're gonna come into a new awareness that may change your mind about a lot of different things. And it could be shocking. I feel like this is something that will shock you, but it will bring balance because it will let you know the truth of the matter. And you're gonna have to be able to stand your ground when this happens. You might have to stand your ground or defend some type of relationship that you are in because you're going to be open up to a new awareness that's going to make you and somebody feel more connected. It could possibly be a new relationship that you connected to, and people have a lot to say about it. But without whatever that you're gonna come aware to, this new awareness, whatever you're going to learn, is gonna solidify this relationship because you and this person have a spiritual union. Like you feel like y'all are meant to be together. It's a intuitive connection, and no matter what, you're not gonna let anybody get in your way of this connection. Okay. It brings you a lot of happiness. And you feel like you and this person can achieve a lot together. It kind of feels like you're waiting on somebody to make the first move, and they will. They will make the first move. And it do feels like a a happily ever after. But first some truths need to be told, need to come out, a new awareness. And I feel like you already know this. You know, like you waiting for it, but you know it's coming. I mean, there could be a person and you kind of waiting on them to wake up to the truth of y'all connection. Like you waiting on them to stand up for this connection, to actually see it for what it is. But this person could be trapped in fear and it really hurts you, but you're not really talking to anybody about it. You just waiting patiently for something to happen. You could have multiple options as well. You could be trying to choose between hmm, choose between two people or more because you have options. But it's somebody that you focus on specifically and you want them to step up. Now, I kind of feel like this is a person that you're already aware of, like y'all have history together, but you may be waiting on a new beginning with them, waiting on them to initiate a new beginning, waiting on them to tell the truth about how they really feel. And you refusing to move, like you really standing your ground. I feel like you have some information, like maybe you do tarot cards or something like that, or maybe you have heard other readings and they already told you how this person feel, and you just waiting on them to tell you. But it's something a little off here. I do feel like you being like a bit stubborn because you don't want to make the first move. It feel like good reason though. Like maybe you tried in the past to make the first move and it didn't work out so well. But the feeling is very hopeful, like you already know what is coming. But it's taking a little longer than you expected. Because it kind of felt like you depended on this Mercury retrograde energy to bring this person back to you. Whatever you do, don't play games with this person. Like keep it real no matter what. Cause I feel like you suffering, waiting. You trying to be patient, you waiting on it, you waiting on this person to make the first move, but you've been waiting for a minute and it really hurting you. Sometimes you got to go after what you truly want. I guess what I'm saying here is that I feel like you're a very spiritual person and you have strong beliefs and you feel like you know for sure how this person feel, but there are some things that you off about. And the only way to really get down to the bottom of it is to have an open and honest conversation. And you should, if you if it bring you some peace, if you're waiting for certain answers or whatever like that, maybe you should just ask. Because I feel like you could be waiting for a long time. And while you waiting, you're suffering. So instead of waiting, just get to the bottom of it. You could go to that person and ask them, like, how do you feel about me? What do you see with me? Do you see a future with me? Yes or no? Because I got things to do. Alright, let me get some advice cards for you. And if you have already done that, then, and this person gave you answers that you didn't like, or they told you like they don't feel the same or whatever, take what they say, okay? Take what they say because that's the space that they are in right now. If you already had this discussion, you already let them know how you felt, then don't sit and wait for them. Work on moving on. Alright, some advice for you. Yeah, I'm getting participation and compromise. So it's letting me know like Cause it kind of feel like you might be like playing some games. You might be given the silent treatment and everything, and you want this person to come after you. You want this person to initiate. But it may be time to take some action towards what you want. Put the truth out there. Don't, if you're playing games, stop playing games. Okay, advice. That's too many cards. Oh, my leg went to sleep. I was sitting crisscross. Alright, advice for group 3. Ooh, I don't know if I want to take all these cards. Jesus. Be prepared for some truth that you wasn't expecting. Be prepared to hear something that kind of shock you. You daydream about this person a lot. Like you have like a lot of fantasies about them. And you cling to some stuff of the past that you really need to let go. And somebody is not being their authentic self. Either the person that you really wanting to connect with, or it could be you. You have to really face your shadows and get in tune with yourself and what you truly want. Man, I'm feeling a whole lot of like you very spiritual. You work a lot on manifesting. You might do like a lot of rituals and spells. And you try to like manipulate energy into your favor instead of doing something that's very simple, like having a conversation, speaking your mind about something, telling somebody how you truly feel. Like I'm feeling like some very prideful energy. You don't really like to put yourself out there. You don't like to put yourself on the line. But I'm feeling like this energy is going to force you to do that. To put yourself out there, to speak how you really feel, to take the initiative, put yourself in action. Man, and spirit is telling me like you really like doing you really like things your way. And you got to be a little bit more flexible, especially with this person that you waiting for or wanting to come towards you. And I got awareness in like two or three different decks. So yeah, you about to come into some information and it's really gonna shock you. And I feel like it's not gonna be what you expected. It might even be like the complete opposite. So be prepared for that. And you have to participate. Like you have to be willing to work with people. You can't always have it your way. And also let shit go. Like let the past go. If this person do come back in your life, this is something that's going to be required. You're going to have to let some of the things in the past go. Not just sweep it under the rug, but have a conversation about it. See if you and a person can get on the same page and then move forward. But move forward for real. Don't just say that, you know what, I'm over it, I don't care about that no more, when you really still mad about it. If you still mad about it, it's something that you feel like is not resolved. Try to resolve it. Try to work through it. Try to get some answers if you can. Alright, I'm gonna get a few more cards on this situation. You could also be projecting on this person things that not even true. But you can't get to the bottom line because it's like you purposely holding back your energy because you want this person to chase you. And I'm feeling like this person is not what you used to. Like, it's not what you used to. I feel like they worthy to like make an effort for, but it needs to be honesty and transparency in this relationship to make it work, to make it successful. It will take doing shadow work, take telling yourself the truth. It will take for you to get out of your pride and ego to make this successful. And I'm also feeling like you put value in the wrong places sometimes. And you need to be real about it. You need to be real to yourself. Okay? So during this Mercury retrograde, I say that you should go internally, face your shadows, and be honest with yourself. Be real. I know I'm speaking passionately about it because that's how the energy is coming across. I feel like you're very prideful and you could be stubborn. And you want things how you want it. You don't really want to compromise and work with people. And I'm seeing like a lot of hermit like cards, like solitude, and let me see, I can find the other one. It's just a lot of cards about you pulling back your energy. So you could be purposely giving somebody the silent treatment. And that's not nice to do to people. Like, let's say like this person is playing games with you too. Don't play the game with them. Like, keep it real and keep it moving. If they want to sit there and play games and act stupid and they don't want to progress, leave them where they at. But don't go down to their level, okay? Cause life is about progression. Don't get stuck in no cycle with them. Don't get stuck with, being in your pride and ego and stuff like that. Cause it's gonna do is hinder you. But I do see the potential for success here. But it might not be in a way that you think. And I'm also hearing what you think you want is not what you really want. If you just be real, open, and honest with yourself and with other people, the universe will grant you even better what you could have even imagined. Alright, group three, that's all I got for you. I hope you enjoy it and stay blessed.